Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here, and today I'm reviewing the PX Toys Sandyland. This is a 1/18 scale four-wheel drive monster truck. It is just a brushed motor, 380 size, and I'm not sure if it's waterproof or not. I believe it is, but it isn't mentioned on the box anywhere. There's no manual inside that says, and I couldn't find any definitive proof online. I did see Banggood customer support answer someone's question and say that it is waterproof like usual, obviously not underwater, but you could run it in rain and puddles and stuff. So I think it is waterproof, but I'm not absolutely sure on that, so don't quote me on that. Let's go ahead and look at the transmitter here. Your pretty standard ground vehicle transmitter. You've just got a steering trim knob, and that is it. There's no throttle trim, no dual rates or anything, so pretty basic. But you got your go and your reverse and your turning. This is obviously all proportional control. It comes with a lithium-ion battery at 850 milliamp hour, so it's a nice, powerful, fast battery, pretty comparable to a LiPo. It does have a USB charger here that charges through the balance plug, and it takes about 3 hours to charge, and you get like 12 to 15 minute run times, pretty standard for these vehicles, and obviously is going to vary depending on how fast you're driving and the surfaces you're driving on. It goes, like it says here, 35 kilometers per hour, and I found that to be about right. It was like 20 to 25 miles an hour, somewhere around in there, and 35 kilometers per hour is 22 miles per hour, so I think that's about right. Not super fast, but plenty fast to be enjoyable. Really fun little truck. I think it just looks really good. I love the design and the shape of the body, and like, I don't know, all the proportions and everything look really good. So I just think it's a really good looking model. Just really like it. Really nice. Go ahead and look inside. It does have a heat sink on the motor, so that's cool. Like I said before, it is a 380 sized brushed motor. Battery goes over here on this other side. It's a compartment here that locks it down. There's our servo here. It doesn't have any kind of servo saver on it, but I did find the trim to stay nice and straight, so you didn't have to do a constant bunch of steering trimming on it. But otherwise, that's about it for the insides there. The suspension's a little bit on the stiff side. It's more dialed in for jumping, for hard landings and stuff. So it can get a little bit bouncy on, like, thick or little rocks like that, like the bigger rocks but not super big. It can kind of bounce around on those instead of sort of smoothing it out and just driving over them. So it gets a little bit bouncy on the thicker gravel and rocks. Let's see. Oh, and it also, I think because of the torque of the motor, when you give a hard right turn, it tends to want to spin out, whereas a left turn will be a nice smooth turn. But yeah, when you do a hard right turn, it tends to just kind of spin out a lot. So a little bit unfortunate there. I don't know why that hasn't really been a problem with other vehicles and what they could have done to correct that, but I did often find if I turn to the right, it just spin out on me, so I tend to do more left turns with this than right turns. I think that's really about all there is to show with this one. Let me check my notes. I think I covered it all. Yeah, that's all there is to it, so let's go take it for a run. Alright, this is the run review of the PX Toys Sandyland. This is a 1/18 scale four-wheel drive monster truck. Pretty cool looking design. I think it looks really good. Neat little truck. Hopefully I can get this reviewed on before the storm moves in on me. It's getting ugly out, so we'll see what happens. And it's pretty fast. It's not one of the fastest monster trucks I've ever reviewed. It's probably, I think, somewhere between 20 and 25 miles an hour. So decent speed, but not insanely fast. It does like to spin out in sharp turns, especially to the right there. Yeah, it turns much sharper to the right than to the left. Spins out going to the right. Trying to see if I have any dual rates. I forget. Just steering trim. I do need a little trim. Straightened out a little bit. Alright, well, let's take it over to the more off-roady area. Let's drive over some of this stuff. And it is four-wheel drive, so it does pretty well off-road. It's got decent ground clearance and big, huge wheels for its size. Look at that, pretty good speed in the grass too, not bad. Does just fine on this big gravel. It's a little bouncy. Suspension's a little stiff, but it's doing it. A little trouble in this thicker grass, but it's making it through it. Oh, I'm feeling a few sprinkles. I think the rain's getting ready to come in. I gotta try to wrap this up before it gets ugly out. Aww. Yeah, more and more sprinkles. Try to just do a little bit more of this jumping and stuff. It looks like the nose wants to stay down on the jump there. Staying pretty nice and stable. Pretty fun little truck. Alright, well, I'm feeling more and more rain, so I think I'm going to call it quits there. That was the PX Toys Sandyland 1/18 scale four-wheel drive monster truck. Pretty good looking model, decent speed, not super fast, but fast enough to be fun. It does well off-road and in some short grass. Pretty cool model. Alright, we'll check the video description for a price and purchase link. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.